Hello, hello, hello. It says this meeting is being live streamed, but I've had trouble in the past. None of the live streams were actually went live. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm going to check real quick. It does say I'm live. Yeah, it does say I'm live. All right. So welcome to Tech Tuesdays. Okay. So we are going to wait for anyone who wants to get on because this is just live stream, not the members are going to join live the Zoom meeting. So I am going to wait for a few minutes because we are still early. And by that time, okay. So I am going to share my screen and we are going to get started. Do let me know what struggles you have in your business. I know there's a lot that we do. I know that we use a ton of tools. That's how I like to phrase it, as we duct tape our business together with multiple tools. So all those tools that we have, we just duct tape them to kind of have like a streamlined business. But again, I say that streamlining means get it all under one roof, like one dashboard. Okay. And that is what I offer. I offer an all-in-one system, an all-in-one solution. So you don't have 30 different subscriptions, one for text messaging, one for emailing, and one for website, and one for funnel building, and then automation, and then analytics, and like invoicing, receiving payments. There are so many things that are so many tools that we need in order to run a business. And being a solopreneur is like a struggle of whole another level. Okay. So that is why I always say, like, we spend way too much time just juggling between the tools, juggling between the subscription payments, juggling between one platform and another platform. And then if we have a VA, or if you have a team, then we are sharing our own passwords with them, which is, again, a no-no, right? So this way, when you have, imagine everything is under one dashboard, one roof, one login, everything. You get to see your analytics, you get to see your pipelines, you get to see all your lead magnets, you get to see all your funnels, you get to see all your websites, you get to have a blog. Even if you want to run your own affiliates, you get to have that. How about courses, like membership area? I know just the membership area is about, what is it, a Kajabi and Teachable. And I've tried Teachable. I have not tried Kajabi, but I've had clients on Kajabi, so I worked on their project. What else have I tried? There's this other one, and I'm forgetting the name now. Thinkific, yes. So I've tried that. Boy, there are so many, and it's just a lot. It's just a lot. So imagine eliminating all those tools. Imagine eliminating all those, all that time that we spend trying to figure out those tools. Because it's not like you just bought a tool and you're paying for the subscription and you don't need to know the tool, right? Then you have to hire somebody to work on that platform or that tool, to use that tool to for your benefit, for your business's benefit, so you can grow, right? So, and we don't have all the time in the world anyway to figure things out on our own, or have IT degrees. And we have had, I think, about it may take about a year or so to get comfortable with one platform. Imagine having 17, 18, 20 platforms. So I don't know, what do you expect? Like, when do we make money, right? So I'm a big believer of systems, like total systems. One, I am a super, super, super organized freak. I mean, if my business is not organized, I am not making money. If my thoughts are not organized, I am not making money. If my processes are not organized, I'm not making any money. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm not making any money. I could be making a whole lot, but just because I'm not organized, it's not happening. So that's the case with all of us. This is coming from experience, okay? I've been doing this online thing, way before it was cool. 2004. I started in 2004. So been there, done that. I have had, gosh, I don't know how many businesses and offers online, but and then things keep changing, platforms keep changing, or new, tools are being introduced. So then it's like one thing or the other. So, and I'm still, latest one is TikTok. I am not real. I just don't know how to use that platform. Simple. And I'm trying, but I don't need to learn as long as my short form content is being shared on that, platform. So I'm not really active on any of the social media platforms other than a Facebook page that it's an old page. And so I just feel comfortable just, posting stuff on that. That's it. Like one of those backgrounds with the color background posts. That's all I'm comfortable with, right? But I've realized that when I have a system, everything gets done except I don't do them myself. And with the social media posting, I just realized I've tried, I don't know how many social media scheduling posts from Later, from Buffer, from I don't know. I can't even remember the exact, I don't know what it's called, but it was just different and metrical or something. And then it's like, there's like an app or a platform. They're like popping left and right every day. And there's a competition between them. So I do use Aquia as well, Radar. And there are just too many. Okay. Then comes our project management tools. Oh my God. So I'm not going to say, I don't even know if there is a tool that I've not used. Okay. From Trello, from Notion, from Asana, from what else? So I've just used them all. I love them. Without them, I will not be able to achieve almost anything because they keep me on track. Currently, I'm using a really cool one. It's called Cascade, and I actually offer it as an add-on, as a free service to my clients, to the members, just so that they could keep track of everything, and so everything is under one platform. So that was the whole point. So I'm loving Cascade. It's just like Trello and Notion mixed with, should I say ClickUp? I don't know. ClickUp is, I'm going to still say ClickUp is like the ultimate one right there, because it includes like everything. It's Trello, it's Notion, it's Asana, along with Loom, along with, I don't know what else, project management tools, all in one. And so, yeah, but then that has a little bit, not a little bit actually, that has a learning curve. And so I've seen that, we may hire somebody who's an expert in that, but your team members will still have trouble using it. So unless and until all of your team members are like certified ClickUp, experts, I don't think anyone can just be comfortable with ClickUp. That's just my opinion, and you don't have to agree with that. But anyway, okay. All right. So hello. How are you guys? Okay. Yes. Thank you. How has your day been? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So do you guys got it? So what I had planned for you guys was, after I answer you guys' question, I was planning on training on calendars, because there's been an update, and the calendar that we had built has been, or have been, because there are more than one, they've been improved like tremendously. Okay, really. And the look and feel of it too, and of course the the effect of it too, or the use of it too, or the functionality has become more robust now. So that's what I had. If you guys have anything, just put them in the chat. Okay. Yay. All right, let's go. Yes, it is doable. So yeah, she's asking if making 7 figures is even doable as a solopreneur. I am on a challenge. Like, that's my challenge to myself. I've made multiple 6 figures on my own, but 7 figures, yes, it does require a little bit more. I'm going to say effort, but work. But if you have a system, like a solid system in place, right? You may get, you may have a VA, and I do have a VA, but other than that, it is totally doable. And that's the whole point of just bringing everything under one roof and just going with it, because I've realized that, and I did a little bit of survey on this. So I asked, all these 7-figure gurus, like, so how many people did it take for you to reach 7 figures? Some said, actually, the lowest was, I believe, 18. That's like a whole team, right? And then what they would pocket would be not even half of that. So then, if you do the math, whatever your profit or what you take home is so not, in my opinion, not worth it. It's not. So I would rather not work that much and then still pocket everything, and not have a large team to manage, and just kind of, take it easy. Because I don't know about you, but we as entrepreneurs, we started our businesses because we wanted to, be our own boss, right? Like, we wanted to have freedom, right? So how is that freedom when you are working, 20 hours a day? And initially, yes, everything. If this is like the first year, it is going to require a lot of work, because if you've never done it before, if you've never worked before. So, but, with these tools and automations, I know for a fact that it is possible. And I gave myself a year to do this. It's kind of far-fetched, I know, but I just wanted the goal to be scary. Let's see. But the whole point is for me to not hire a whole army of experts, and then still make a lot of money. That's what the goal was. With these processes and systems in place, and with these tools, it is so doable. And I firmly believe that we don't even need to work, extended hours, like 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. We don't. Initially, yes, I'm not saying that, but I have done that part. I've worked a lot. Okay. So when I say I started in 2004, like, people did not even know what working from home was. the rolling eyes, or like, that, I don't know what, I hope. And I've had, so people did not believe me, and they would question me in a way that, they were just suspicious, like she's lying or something. Not that I was making a lot of money. I was not. No. Oh God, that's a story for another day. But the fact that I was working from home from my laptop was something unheard of. So that was what, made everyone curious, and decided to investigate, like, what does she do and how and whatnot. And then come, this platform, Upwork. I think it was founded in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So I was one of the first ones to get on there too. But and then I was actually hired by Upwork internal team. I became a founding employee. So I was one of the founding members. Super, super, super grateful for the opportunity. I learned so much. Okay. So I was already doing a lot, looking for jobs on contracts online when this was not a thing. So when somebody came out with a platform, I was like, this is what I want. Right. And I have no idea, just because it was new, they were looking for people who were already trying to work online. And I was working as a translator at the time, but not on a platform, like off of the platform. I would actually not translator, it was transcription. So I would transcribe, audios. And I'm, we went a whole different level. Oh my God. So, but that was a big thing back then. Okay. I got paid like really good money because there was not a tool that could do it. But guess what? Today we have tools that the transcript, well, there's automated as well. There's a free tools as well. And then there's some that are paid. And the paid ones are like so cheap that it's like, I don't know, 50 cents or like $1 for, I don't know how many minutes of transcription. Like, so like, why would you not use the service or the free platforms? But back then that was not the case. All right. Okay. So I'll tell you about my YouTube story sometime too. And that's how I know that people or I can make money on YouTube when nobody else was making money on YouTube. And I was like, this is real, guys. This is the real thing. Okay. And that was 2000 and I want to say, gosh, 12. But anyway, that's for a story for another time. Let me share my screen and we are going to go create our, okay. So for calendars, guys, it is super, super important that you have your Google email integrated, the email address that you are gonna, that has the calendar, attached to it. Otherwise, it will not work. After that, we're going to go to settings and we're going to click on calendars. So this is a demo account. I've made, I don't know how many of these, but let's start with a brand new one just so. So for example, if you are, I'm hoping this is like one time for now, right? So usually I will do, office meetings or talk. I'm just giving it a name for now. Internal team members. Even if you are just one person and you will have a VA in the future, this is still what I recommend. Okay. Creating a group, and then we can add as many calendars to that group. But even if it's just one, we'll just add that one calendar to the group. So a calendar URL is going to be office. I don't know if it will take office. Nope. Okay. Office meetings. Okay. So it took that. Okay. Now, so if we click on groups, it's going to have ABC sales team, office meetings or talk, calendar, client ABC, my awesome sales team, my CRM support calendar. So there is like a lot of these, and these are, I've just created these two for demo purposes. So we are going to go, we're going to create a calendar now. So let's create a calendar. Now, although it says unassigned, but we are going to have issues later. So always keep, a round robin booking, even if it's just one person, and or class booking, when you are, a coach and you have limited spots and you're looking for, or this is a paid one. So because you can get paid for your sessions as well, for your classes, for your bookings. Okay. So this could be, a $29 class and, or a initial one, or a one-on-one session, discounted session, whatever you have to do in your business, it is doable. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the round robin booking. Okay. Because in round robin, even if it's just you, make sure you add a user. So I will just add myself here. And this is where the Zoom meeting location is. It will ask you to add that, or click here and connect Zoom. Okay. Now with Zoom, it has to be the same email that is connected to your calendar, the same email. Because I've had people, they had 5 different Gmails, but they were using one was attached to Zoom and they had trouble. So make sure it's the same email that is attached to the calendar. Make sure that's the email that is attached to Zoom as well, or just go ahead and create a new Zoom with that email and then attach it. Super, super important, because later on, it's going to have issues when it's going to send, confirmation that, you were all set or you've booked and your appointment time is this, and this is your meeting link, right? Or join this link at the time of the meeting, then that link is going to be either wrong or totally missing. Okay. So it's important. And then when you've connected your Zoom and that's done, they're going to receive after the booking confirmation, they're going to keep receiving reminders. So again, if it's not attached, if it's not linked, the reminder is going to go out like, hey, click this or click this link, to join the meeting, and there's not going to be a link. Okay. Super important. Okay. So you do that. And then add calendar name. So for now, since it's just one person, right? So office calendar, let's see, or office hours, let's call it office hours. And then add whatever description, office hours. I am in the habit of asking ChatGPT to give me like nice descriptions for everything. So pro tip, make sure that you use or you ask ChatGPT to give you, a description full of persuasive words, or, because if you are staring at a blank white screen, the inspiration is just not going to come. Just don't even wait for it. Okay. So just make sure you do that. Okay. So now remember, we can have multiple calendars for one group. So we're going to, for this particular one, I'm going to call it office hours. It's taken, of course. Nope. Okay. Okay. So that's that. And then, ta-da, this is new and I love it. You can add, so you see how your session or your class or this particular type of meeting, if it has a different logo or, they say logo, but you can add your own image too. But so that's an addition thing that just, rolled out. So you can add that here. And then widget type, classic is, old and new is the new one, but it's up to you. So here, appointment title. Now this is going to have, whoever schedules an appointment, this is going to have their name. But, when they are going to receive confirmations and they're going to receive reminders, you do want the title to remind them what type of an appointment it is with who, just because our inboxes are cluttered with a lot of stuff and we may totally miss it. And if our appointment reminder is as vague as their name, they're just not gonna, even notice it. So I usually put first name, I put whatever appointment type is, or, office talk. And then I also put, who you have your appointment with. It could be a company, it could be a name. So it could be office talk with Nosheen, or it could be one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-three with Nosheen, or make it more personalized, or strategy session, brainstorming session, just name it, whatever, just so that they know that this is what they had booked for. So for now, I'm just going to say office talk with Nosheen. Okay. And we are going to save and continue. Okay. So now availability, appointment slot settings, slot duration. How long is the appointment going to be? Usually I say 45 minutes is a long time. I am, by the way, I'm not a big fan of meetings. I hate meetings. Okay. But, let's put that on the side. Business is business. Okay. Slot intervals. So after every 45 minutes, so how much time should it be, like on the hour or half hour? So this is like half hour right now. So we can check this and you'll see what it shows like. And buffer duration. Okay. So how much time do you need in between meetings if you have, back-to-back meetings, to kind of prepare for the next one? So that's that. Appointments per slot per user. So when we have multiple users, for now it's just one, but when we have multiple users, then how many appointments are allowed per slot per user? And appointments per day. I don't know if you have like a specific, 2 appointments a day. If that's you, then just go ahead and, put that there. I usually keep this and this blank, and buffer 2, I usually keep it blank. And again, I do want to recommend, go ahead and use it, see it, how it shows on the other end, and then, tweak it according to your own schedule. Otherwise, you will not know what type of configuration suits you best. So, and minimum scheduling notice. So this is what I always include, because I don't want a brand new person to schedule a call with me, because then I will not be prepared for that call, right? So I want, if it's a strategy session, if it's a demo session, if it's a, I don't know, a trial or whatever it is, right? Even if it's an onboarding session, whatever it is, I don't want to, I want to have some time. So for example, if I put 2 days notice, so the person who is going to be scheduling this appointment for the very first time cannot schedule before 2 days. They will only see the slots after 2 days. Okay. Because as soon as I receive an update or a confirmation that so-and-so scheduled an office talk call with you or a strategy session with you, I'm going to go and prepare myself for that call, right? So that gives me enough time. And then date range. So then there are some that if you don't want to make it like endless, that people can schedule time with you until next year or 3 years from now. That's why I always keep it 7 to 10 days. And that totally depends on what type of an appointment it is. Okay. If it's a strategy session, if it's a how much time you have, how many appointments you can take, how many people there are, how long is an appointment, what do you have to do ahead of time, afterwards. You are in charge. If it's the strategy session, okay, I don't want to give them 30 days to think. I know we're all distracted. We're all busy. We have too many distractions, and so we're going to forget. And so I want them to take action now, right? So that's for that. But if it's something if it's an onboarding call, then I want to give them more. Why? Because there are certain things that they need to do before they can jump on an onboarding call. Because then if they're not prepared, then we're not utilizing our time best. So it totally depends on what type of an appointment it is and what works for you. You will add that. Okay. Now, click the days. Okay. So it totally removes those days from the calendar. Nobody can schedule a time in that particular meeting type or event type. Okay. For example, if this particular event type, I cannot do Mondays because, I have team meetings on Mondays, right? So I'll just totally uncheck this and I'll totally uncheck Fridays. If that's your thing. If maybe this is something that you only offer this type of event on Fridays and Saturdays, then you will just remove the rest of them. I just want to tell you, you are in charge. Okay. Don't let this decide for you, because it's going to be very frustrating when you are gonna not know that when the calendar keeps scheduling stuff that it's not supposed to do. It is very frustrating. Okay. But this is up to you, totally up to you. So let's do Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's just how for me personally. Okay. Now hours. Do you want to take appointments starting from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m.? Do you want to take a break in between? So then we add another set of hours maybe, and we could do from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. if you want to do that. Okay, this is 1 a.m. Right? So now I have a 1 hour window for lunch, if that's the thing. If you're like me, I don't do morning appointments. I'm like such a brat. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, okay. Morning times for me, they're like the most productive hours. Okay. And in my personal opinion, I would not want to spend my most productive time in a meeting. I would rather be doing something with full focus, with full energy, something more productive, something more that needs more of my attention. Okay. So that's me. So usually I only do like afternoon appointments. I'm done with my focus work, right? Now I can I'm not saying that, I don't have energy and all that. It's not even about that. I just have this morning, and I think everyone has that. There's a time of the day when you are the most productive. And that time, even if it's 2 hours, you get 5 to 10 hours worth of stuff done in those 2 hours. It could be like 5 a.m. It could be 8 a.m., 9 a.m. I don't know. It could be, if maybe you like to work, at night, maybe it's like 1 a.m. Who knows? But I would rather spend that time doing something extremely important that requires a lot of my attention. So that is why it's a personal choice. If that's not you, then that's not you. Okay. And then Wednesday, I could do this, or, I could change it. And so in this calendar, in this event, I am only accepting calls or appointments on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On Tuesdays, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. On Wednesdays, I have all day long. Okay. Now, this is only for this event. If you have another event and you have not decided which days, and it says Monday to Friday, it is going to let you schedule on that. So every calendar is going to be one event. So this recurring appointments, super, super, super handy. And so you know how, I'll tell you how I use it. So I have time slots that I sell for clients, right? Because if they ask me like, okay, what's your hourly rate? That's going to be a lot, and we may not be able to complete stuff, right? So I don't just do hourly, I just do a 5-hour slot. So when they do that, they could get 5 meetings, 1-hour meetings, right? And we either brainstorm, we either, build something, whatever their questions are, we troubleshoot, whatever. So this was a game changer for that, or is a game changer for that. They will not be able to schedule more appointments than you give them. Why? Because they have paid for maybe 4 appointments, maybe 5 appointments, and that's it. And you are able to accept payments in calendar, like before they'll pay, then they will book. Okay. So if I turn this on, repeat, can't be daily. I want to give them 1 call a week. Okay. 1 time. If slots are not available, skip booking or continue booking, book next available slot. And that's it. So that way, if I tell them times to repeat, this time they're only getting 1 more. So if I say you get 4 sessions and they come here, they will not be able to schedule an appointment for more than 4 sessions. I've had horrible experiences with this, and I was waiting for something like this, because when somebody has your booking link and they keep scheduling time with you, well, they have not paid for it, right? And that would be a problem, because I would have to first check Stripe. Did they do that? No. Okay. So then I would have to send them an email, pretty embarrassing, like, you did not make a payment, but you scheduled a call with me. These are paid sessions. So you know what I'm saying? So that way you are kind of gatekeeping it and staying on top. Plus they know that's what it is. It just makes things so easy. Ever since this started, it made things so much easy. But anyway, depending on whether you use it or not. Okay. So let's go next. Save and continue. Now, form settings. So every, basic generic form is going to have name, email, and phone number before you can schedule, right? So we can send them confirmation that, your call was scheduled for, and we can send them reminders that, hey, your appointment is coming up, so they don't miss it, right? Just being efficient, being, very productive with our time. Now, what happens when you have some specific questions to ask before they can schedule a call, before they can schedule this type of an event with you? What happens? Okay, so we are going to create a form in Forms, and we are going to use that. We're going to name it, how I am with naming conventions. So we're going to name it accordingly, and we're going to use that particular form here. So in our last Tech Tuesdays, we did 50 social media posts. So it's going to have, it's going to have the name. I usually name it like used in calendar, and I provide the name of the calendar just to be specific. Okay. But if you are using payment, use payment and amount. Okay. I need to use sticky contacts. So if you go back, let's go back. Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to skip this. Click on this. Sticky contact will autofill contact information previously entered, so leads don't have to enter it twice. Just simple as that. If anyone who's had an appointment with me, if they come back to the calendar, to the link again, their information is already going to be filled out. So they don't need to fill it out again. Like they don't need to enter their names again, email and, phone number. It's all going to show up. That's what sticky contact is. And then use payment. So usually this is turned on depending on, whether you want this on or not. Because if they are a client already, then you want this turned on. I mean, they don't have to, fill it out again. And now, if you want to charge for these sessions before somebody can schedule a time, so what is going to be that amount? So this is directly linked to your Stripe account. And I know that when we start, the very first onboarding call, we integrate, our Stripe account first, so we can do the rest of these things very seamlessly. So that's what it is. Okay. So let's assume that this is a $99 special. You will be billed. Geez, I have way too many notifications going on today. Apologize for that. You will be billed this amount for this appointment, or you can change, change it. And then payment mode, test your payment setup, enable the test mode, and use test credit cards to simulate payments. And we can do that as well. Okay. And it will do test. Okay. Notification and additional options. Now, who should receive this notification? I usually leave this alone. Why? Because I have a workflow. Anytime someone schedules an appointment, in this calendar, send them a confirmation, and then wait till, 2 days before the appointment and send them a reminder. Wait till, the day off and then say, hey, our appointment is today, right? So I already have that set up. I don't want them to be receiving system notifications, because the ones that I have set up, they are more personalized. I'm more in control of those. This is going to be like Gmail sending it out or the system sending it out, and they're not going to see it. And it's a mess. So I usually do not recommend turning these on. Whatever you need to do, whoever needs to be, notified, it can be done very seamlessly in a workflow. And you have more control over it, and you can do so much in a workflow. Well, this could be limited. Okay. Let the calendar auto confirm my appointment. I always want this on. Allow Google Calendar to send invitation or updates. I do not turn this on, because then, it goes not from here, not from our fancy email and fancy, email template, but Google, so-and-so at gmail.com will be sending out email. Does not look good. Does not look professional. I don't recommend it. Okay. Allow reschedule and allow cancellation. Okay. Now, these are auto-populated when somebody schedules. So I always need, I always keep these turned on. Okay. Assign contacts to their respective calendar team members each time an appointment is booked. So if that is when you have multiple team members in a calendar, like a sales team or a marketing team, or, I don't know, like advertising team or field team, whatever, right? If that's the case, then you can do that, assign that. Otherwise, just leave this unchecked. Now, this has Facebook Pixel ID as well. So usually if you are running Facebook ads and, people schedule a demo call with you, or speak to you or they buy something, whatever, right? So this keeps track of whoever came to this from Facebook, regardless whether you were running ads or not, but this is what it is. It's going to capture that contact's information. Custom code. I am not a coder, so I have not used it. If you are, I'm sure you know what this is for. Okay, and click here. Custom code you want loaded on calendar load. This icon include HTML and JavaScript, but not CSS. Yeah. So this is mostly for how you want the calendar to look and feel and appear and do stuff. I just keep it simple, always. Okay. Form submissions. Control how you want the confirmation page to be displayed or redirected. So for example, if you don't have, a confirmation page URL, which should not be the case because, they've already been created and you should have them. But if for some reason you are overthinking and you are doing something that needs more time, so then you can use custom thank you message. Thank you for your appointment request. We will contact you shortly to confirm your request. This is just generic and you can change that to whatever you wanted to say. But I recommend form submit redirect URL always, because the appointment type, especially if it's a paid one, oh God, it cannot just go to like, thank you, that's it, right? So it should go to a page, a dedicated page, saying, thank you for scheduling a time with me, or your payment went through or whatever. And then, provide some next steps on that page, just so that they know what to expect, right? So I usually put, you will receive, you will receive a confirmation to your, in your inbox. Look for reminders before our appointment. And, here's what we are going to be doing the first session, right? Or, make sure you come prepared, to the meeting. By that, I mean, have login for whatever and whatever, right? So always super, super important, because you just don't want to leave them wondering like, what happened? Did it go through or not? Or, so I always recommend having a redirect URL. And that is real estate that you can use for so many other things as well. For example, testimonials or videos. Hey, did you see this? Hey, my latest, webinar, whatever, right? So they could see that, whatever your latest offer is, or if there's a discount going on, or, add your social media icons there, to stay connected with you. So that's real estate that you can use while you have their attention for a second and a half. All right. Okay. So for example, I'm just going to say Google for now, but complete. Okay. What was it? Which call did I just do? Totally forgot. It was this. Okay. So when you go to office meetings or talk, and under calendars, it says 0, because the calendar that we just created is not linked. So schedule booking request. There's a second. Okay. My perfect calendar session. Is that? No, that's not. Actually, it says right here, office hours. Okay. So that has today's date. So now if you look at group, this has no group, right? So we know that this is missing a group, and we are going to go ahead and move to group. And which group? Office meetings or talk. Select. So now this calendar belongs to this group for 45 minutes, a round robin. That means if I have more team members join, this calendar will still work. I will not have a problem. This is active status. And I just created this. And then let's copy scheduling link. Let's do that. Okay. This is what it's going to show like. And there's no appointment because my Google and my calendar is not even connected. So this is what it is. And then they're going to choose whatever time and then finding slots. And that's what it is. Okay. 45 minutes, Tuesday, whatever time. This is your time that you are scheduling. You can check for other people's time as well. And what it'll be their time. but that's what it is. And office meetings or talk, that's the name of the group, and that's the name of the calendar. And the reason why I always recommend, and you have that already in your account, you have simple calendar scheduling pages. So they don't look like this. They have like a header and a footer, and you just connect your domain to it. So they don't look this generic. And then, it has in the footer, it has your business information. It's more of a customized experience for your customers as well. So I don't recommend using it like this. I don't. But if it's something that you're going to take, I don't know, next 5 months to complete, then go ahead and just do it. Done is better than perfect for now. We can come back to it and make it more beautiful any other time, as long as it is functional for now. Okay. So that's that. And then when you schedule the time, I wanted to actually show you how the payment works, but this is a demo account and I don't have my calendar set with it. Cool. Or Zoom link. The Zoom link is not set either. Okay, so that's that. I am going to stop sharing my screen now. And do you guys have any questions? I don't even know how we're doing on, YouTube Live, because again, I hope it was working this time. The last few times, it just never works. And I end up deleting it because it just doesn't work. If it is, let me know. But this was it. And I am going to wait for a few more minutes for your questions. And then we are going to say goodbye to each other until next week. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I can't read. Okay. You can have as many. So the question is, how many calendars can one person have? You can have as many calendars as you want. So if you've used Calendly, and we create events in that, right? So this is events, but you call them calendars, and then they are all attached to a group. So you could be a part of, you could be a team member of multiple groups, which is fine. It is going to look for, always it is going to look for time available in your calendar, in the email address or the Gmail calendar that's tied to your account. So what happens, what I recommend usually is if you have 3 or 4, calendars, give access to one of your calendar, like full access. The other 3 should be tied to this one main one. Okay. And it should be, a two-way conversation. So that way, the one main one you can attach here, and that way you will never have overlapping, appointments or something, double booking that you don't even know. And the system will always look for whatever you chose the time. If you have multiple appointments already set up in multiple times, it will look for that. So for example, here in this one, I did like a Thursday and Friday. So I do know, even if it was connected, it would not have found any time. One, because I said, don't let anyone schedule 2 days, before, like it cannot be before that. So delay that. And then I don't have Monday and Friday appointments. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the mornings are taken. And I know that all the evenings are already booked. So maybe that's why it couldn't find an appointment. So usually what I do is, first things first, the focus time that you need, just put that focus time on your main calendar. Okay. So it will never, book a time in that time. That's what I always do. I call it focus time. And it's like, not only is it focus time, but it's time that I could give to something important, like my team needs me, or, somebody who's working on something, and, or one of the clients need me. Something happened, something broke, right? I could just get on a call. But if I had that slot taken by somebody else, I would not be able to do that. So leave some room for yourself. I always say this, unless it's your, VA that has certain time that she needs to be online and she needs to work. Of course, then, even then I would say have them work half day in meetings and half day, for the actual work. And yourself always save some slots for something. I could receive a call from my daughter's school, like, okay, you need to come get her. God forbid something happened, and now I gotta go. So then, I know that time is for my very important tasks. It could be work, it could be family, it could be myself, whatever. Most important task. All right. I hope that answers your question. You can add as many as you want. Yes. And so just a tip. You don't have to do it. It's not, a rule, but this is what I do. I don't schedule like a 45-minute or one whole hour of meetings with anyone, unless it's an onboarding call, right? Unless it's something that will require more of my time, but the rest of them, like updates and all that, I have them 15-minute durations, because if it's an update or something, you can still talk, in 15 minutes and be done with it. Like I said, I don't like meetings, so usually I try not to have meetings, but I do understand the importance of that. Instead of having a meeting every day, I would rather have a Loom recording every day, and send it out, 2-minute recording for Loom, and send it out, and then meet with them maybe once a week or maybe once a month. Who knows? Okay. All right. So have a good rest of the day, you guys. You guys rock, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Okay. Any troubleshooting? You guys have 24/7 chat support, tech support, when you're logged in towards the right bottom bubble. So utilize that. Anything that they cannot help you with, support@easysalesautomation.com, always available, and someone will get back to you right away. All right. Have a good one.